Hello and welcome to the channel. This is Madhurika, and on this channel we talk all about travel and learning languages. Today's video is about how I'm learning French and how I'm practicing my French. What is the most effective way of learning French and what is the process that has helped me in improving my French and my French learning process. So let's get started. So a little bit background about my French learning. So I started learning French when I was in junior college, and then I continued it by giving international exam, and right now I'm an intermediate French student and hoping to be advanced very soon. So I've gone through a lot of experience. I've watched a lot of videos. I've seen tons of ways and tips and tricks of how to learn French, what is the effective way. Searched a lot of videos online, did everything, and also I took a gap in between, like 1 or 2 years, but I've always kind of stayed touch in the language. And right now I'm being very consistent. Yes, that's about it. So this video is not about the free ways of learning French language or the effective ways and how you learn faster, etc. Because those tips and tricks are all around the internet. If you just Google it, you're gonna get it. For example, changing the language of your phone, changing the language of your Instagram, changing the language of your Netflix account, get subtitles in that if you change your target language. Then you can, by listening songs, by listening to YouTube videos, by listening to podcasts, watching movies, etc., etc. And yes, and I'm not saying that those are not the effective way or those don't work, but I'm here to tell you my experience of what all of this has worked from me and what actually works when you sit and try it. I would like to clear because I've used all of these methods and which are great basically. So these are the methods that will help you stay in touch with the, which will help you make your language learning process more effective. Can't be the way that is your main core reason, main core way to learn the language. If you're a beginner or you're already learning a language, you need to first figure out that why are you learning a language now with and how you want to learn a language. So for example, I'm learning French because I want to get certified till the advanced level. I want to be till the master's level. Of course, I love the language and everything, but I want to give the official exams and be recognized in the language. But I'm also learning German where I don't really want to get the certificates, I don't really want to give the exam. I just want to learn it because I really like German. It's quite cool and I want to communicate when I go to German. And so it's very important that you know that if you really want to appear for exam and take it further as a career, or if you just want to learn to communicate and develop a skill and have an extra skill like I'm doing it in German. So I have made a whole video on the whole process of learning languages. I will link it here. Do go and watch that first because knowledge of learning a language is very, very important. Even though you don't want to get the certificate, it's very important to have the knowledge of what's out there when you are in that field, when you're going to spend your time and energy and going to develop the skill of it. What are the levels in it and where, and if you've taken a gap, then where do you actually stand and where you actually have to go, your goals. Okay, so now getting on to how I am learning French. I'm learning French with a teacher, with a professional teacher, of course, because when you want to learn, go for the exam, you obviously need a professional guidance of a teacher. But I'm also using various methods of learning it. For example, I watch a lot of YouTube videos in French. I read a lot of blogs in French newspapers, not daily, but sometimes. Then I solve a lot of comprehensions and essay. I write a lot of essays because I'm appearing for an international exams and I need to solve and practice my French in that kind of way, and I do it that way. That is the best way I feel you can do it. And here is something I would like to mention. I tried using the apps to learn languages. and we also did a video about it recently. I will link it here. It was a review video, and if you want to start learning languages through apps, of course you can try it, but it's not the most effective way to learn it. Yes. The next point is thing that I would highly recommend and highlight is to learn the way how it works for you and how you feel that it's gonna work for you. So for example, I'm a kind of person who don't like to watch movies a lot. I rely on YouTube videos more. I watch it most of the time of the day while eating, while sleeping. Yeah, so I watch a lot of YouTube videos because I connect more with persons and their stories and their personal life experiences. So I watch more of YouTube videos. But when I was a beginner and when I heard of all these methods, very tempted to try everything. So I of course watched um movies which didn't really help me a lot because I'm not the kind of person who watches movie. It didn't really work out for me when I went on to watch French movies. But it might work out for you because maybe you're a very cinematic person, you really like watching movies. So you might enjoy watching French movies. For me, it was YouTube that has really helped me, and it helps me every day. I watch at least one video in French every day, and I solve, as I said, essays and textbook things and whatever my teacher recommends it to be. So I've listed the link of all the YouTube channels and YouTubers that speak in French, that make French vlogs, that teach French and everything about French that you're gonna enjoy and that I really enjoy watching them, and I've learned and get influenced a lot with them. So yeah, that's for you. And I really wish that someone gave me this in the very beginning because I tried to search a lot and finally I found them that I really like. And of course you're gonna find a lot of them, but that might not be of your interest, and something which is not of your interest you cannot really go and watch it. But still I am learning it with a teacher because I want to get my foundation strong. Once you know how the language actually works, once you know how actually it's pronounced, then you can go and further learn by yourself by all the methods that is out there. But you really need someone who will guide you along the way. So if not a teacher, but someone that is there to guide you, your friend that has all experienced in French or already have experience. And once you get your foundation strong, then you can find language partners, then you can watch videos or movies to practice and keep practicing your French or any other language. Because speaking plays such an important part when it comes to languages. You're gonna learn writing, you're gonna learn reading, listening. Yes, listening is a little bit much on a tougher side, but you're gonna get there. But when it comes to speaking, you kind of become very underconfident because you're not practicing it. Lastly, my recommendation of learning French is to be consistent and not take gaps in between, because when you take gaps you actually forget, and you have to come over and over again. You have to learn those same verbs because you forget it and you took a gap. Even sometimes right now when I take a gap of 1 or 2 days, I feel that, oh my god, I've taken a huge gap. I really know the language? Yes, it does happen with me. And so if you take a gap, like if you are appearing for any exam and if you plan to give, you're doing a job and you don't want to give your exam this year, you want to give it next year, and you want to start the next level classes next year, but just stay in touch with the language. Practice it with a teacher maybe once a month, or practicing all the three skills and to know works for you and what you wanted. Let me know how you practice your French and how is your learning process going on. We post a lot of French related videos and also other languages and travel and the mix of both of them. on our Instagram. So do come and say hi over there and keep practicing, friends. See you soon. Bye, and hopefully come up with another video when I get advanced.